Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Minecraft. And we're using the TF talkies because they're fun, so transform me!
I don't know, I like the kangaroo.
Well, there's so many others that are good too.
Later.
Let's enjoy the kangaroo for a little bit. Then we'll do the best TF, which is human TF. Also, hey,
There are many
Rajin.
farms that are very cool too, but for now, let us enjoy the kangaroo. Hi, Rajin. I hope you enjoyed War Crimes.
I
didn't watch it. Why not?
Sounds like he's at work.
Well, first I was sleeping, then second I was getting ready for work, and now I'm at work. So that's why.
That's fair.
I mean, I wouldn't say staring at them so much as looking away there, like, paw.
He's being like in the perfect position for you to rest pause.
Yes.
So, yeah, Ido did tell me something, though. What is it with you and ketchup packets?
I just exploded one by accident.
Yeah. Gabby popped one.
It's like okay, basically we were starting the session. I grabbed the snack and I was trying to get like the ketchup out to serve it, and I like tore it, but like it didn't tear properly. So I was like squeezing it out a little bit of a time, and I just said like, why not? And I just like squeezed it really hard, and the answer to why not is because it exploded, and I made a mess.
Gabby
ceiling had ketchup.
miscalculated.
I didn't miscalculate. My inputs were wrong, but the calculation was right.
I don't know, sounds like you miscalculated.
Good night, Ido.
Have a good
Oh,
night.
but Ido, I'm trying to drag Hex into voice to show him the thing. But also sleep well.
Look, I think the weird ones that are like a little rectangle thing and then you have to like tear a little strip on top instead of just the normal like packets, they're kind of weird. I don't like them.
Just get a ketchup bottle.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Just get a ketchup bottle.
Well, we have one, but first you use the packets and then you use the bottle.
Why are you taking packets home?
Because we get given packets. It's like, oh, you get a meal here, have ketchup. And also we can use them to refill the bottle.
Oh god, Gabby, do you have the sauce jar that's just filled with Taco Bell and packets and ketchup packets?
We have one in the fridge, yeah.
My friend has one of those. It's just full of Taco Bell sauce and ketchup and everything else.
Look, it's just like if they're giving the free stuff, might as well, you know. It's like mom used to shop sugar and salt at restaurants. There were packets, and we just grabbed some to take home. And I'm just saying, okay. I think you can save a lot of money that way.
Yes. Yes, you can. But then you end up in situations like you found yourself in where you have a packet explode on you.
Counterpoint. You would save more money if you didn't eat out to places that gave you free ketchup packets.
Okay, but counterpoint. Every now and then you gotta eat out, you know? So it's nice. Just every now and then.
Well, obviously, I can give you something to eat out for free.
Oh dear.
What is it? Yeah, what is it, Raijin?
Raijin, love.
On the subject of things I can't say on Twitch, what was it that Mario couldn't say? I'm curious.
I won't be bringing that up.
Okay, light pop. To be fair, we don't mix them. It's just that like once the bottle ketchup is like out, it's done, right? We just grab the like little packet ketchups and like we clean out the bottle and we just use those. We like pour them all into the bottle and it's like you have a full bottle.
God. That's
And
so
then
much
A
work, though.
guest comes over thinking they're getting bottle ketchup when it's really just a whole bunch of restaurant packet ketchup. And they're like, what happened? What is this?
God.
They can
It's
tell.
kind of cursed,
So-
though.
There has to be a point where you recognize the time you spent on something to save a couple of dollars was actually less than if you did something productive with that time.
Oh no,
I mean-
not a couple dollars, a couple cents.
I mean, okay, on one hand, maybe. But on the other, that's also why I use the little ketchup packets and that's it. Mom likes to put them in the bottle. I just use the packet.
Valid.
Does your mom put them in the ketchup bottle with or without the peel?
My mom is not. Well, okay. I was gonna say my mom is not me, but mom and I keep being very similar in very disturbing ways. It just keeps being like, "Hey, mom, look, I really like this kind of music," and she's like, "Oh, I know, I really like that," and it just continues to be one of those cases of like, "Why am I so much like my mom?"
I don't know. I'm a lot like my mom.
Yeah, it just continues to apply to things that aren't really particularly learned. It just happenstance very frequently.
You two just have similar personalities, I guess.
Yep. I would bet money that she has undiagnosed ADHD. Light Paw. You should cook. Cooking is good. My favorite cooking recipe is the powdered milk abomination. Where I take a little bowl with water and put powdered milk in it. Well, I heat up the water and then I put a bunch of powdered milk in it and then I stir it all. And then I grab like a bunch of chocolates that I have around and I mix it all together. And then it's just like this powdered milk chocolate monstrosity. And then I put extra sugar in it so it's like extra sweet. And then I start to eat it and it's like, it's too sweet.
Okay, do you do cereal first or powdered milk first?
I actually put cereal on it the last time, but it was the last thing I put on it.
Gib gab.
Hi, Hi, Kuru.
Akure.
Hello. Gib gab. I think
Yeah?
we need to rethink our friendship.
Okay, look, in my defense, at first, the cereal added a little bit of nice crunchiness, but then it got really soggy and it just added extra sugar. It really didn't need.
Gabby's
It went
over
from
here
a good idea
thinking
to
he's
bad
a
idea.
culinary specialist and he's over here creating abominations of
But
science.
no, I'm not a culinary specialist. I'm a culinary criminal.
Okay. Listen, what cereal was it? Because the results completely vary depending on what cereal it is.
Frosted Flakes. It needed extra sugar.
Yes, because frosted
see-
flakes need extra sugar.
And you
See,
say you're
that's the
not
problem.
an
Like, if you
American
do any
son?
sort of flake cereal, you can't douse that in milk. You have to get like a spray bottle of powdered milk and
No,
just
no, no.
lightly spritz it, or else it turns into shredded
So-
paper.
So to be fair, the thing is that like the thing was so dense that it wouldn't sink into the powdered milk and just like floated on top of it. And it wasn't like getting covered by it. So I could just grab a spoonful and it like sit on top of it perfectly. It was like frosting with sprinkles. But it's
Ladies and
Frosted
gentlemen,
Flakes.
Gip Gap.
Hey, look, in my
If
defense,
that-
I'm having fun. I broke Light Paw.
Lightpaw join voice.
Who says he's not American but has acclimated so well?
Hey, I don't think that's an America thing. I think that's just like a me thing.
Don't worry, you will always be Venezuelan in heart, even when you're American in soul.
No, my soul is Venezuelan. My heart is American. It's two very different things.
Well, I mean, that's the problem. Sammy is body-mind hybrid, right?
I mean, it's just mine for now. I'm still torn as to whether to go body or soul, but I'd end up going soul.
Yeah, so currently, no soul.
2 soul, 2 body. Perfectly balanced.
Also, I'm
Or mine.
finally, I finally got tired and
Organizing.
yes.
Fog.
I was planning that by this point I would have already been set up to just have it automatic and all that. And it has not worked out, so now I'm saying fudge it.
Nice catch. Oh, I should try putting fudge in it next time I make it.
So, all in favor of tying Gip Gap down and treating him like we did the Rickabee.
Rickety. He's gonna be rickety now. Ugh.
If it makes you happy, I haven't done it in months. It's too much sugar. Just a little bit.
Gonna
So,
give
like,
yourself
you
a
take
diabetes.
powdered milk.
Uh-huh.
You take powdered milk and you turn it into like milk, but then you solidify it again? Question mark?
It's not solid. It's just really dense. Like, it's still liquid. It's just like thick with 2 C's.
It's like mud.
How would you compare it to the density of you?
Probably less. But no, more, because I that would be less dense. Not what. That is more dense than I am. There we go. I like Paul.
You monster.
That is correct, Val.
Look,
Woof.
look. I can cook nice things. I like making scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs are nice.
Hi, Guru.
And you put just a little bit of milk.
Hey, Zim.
Hi, hi.
Can't even make the scrambled eggs right.
What do you mean?
You don't put a little bit of milk in, you put a little bit of butter in.
Oh, you put milk so they're more poofy.
Well, no, if you want to make them poofy, you put flour in, not milk.
I don't
Just
know.
a tiny bit of flour.
In eggs?
I'm sorry.
In scrambled eggs, yes, a teeny tiny bit of flour or pancake mix in eggs makes them fluffier. It's what IHOP does to make their pancakes, to make their not pancakes, their omelets. They put a little bit of pancake mix into the eggs as they're scrambling to make them into omelets.
I have no room to talk. I can't cook at all. I can barely boil water.
Well, at least Light Paw, you saved.
Oh,
me from
dear.
What?
The stream just crashed.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
it wasn't just me? Yeah, I had to
Oh.
refresh the stream. Yeah, oh no, it's the guy with the hands in his hair.
Oh, it's back.
Also, I wasn't kidding. I actually do need to use some chicken that I've had in the fridge for a day or two.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Rick's Strider raided my stream with 13 viewers.
Hello there, Rex. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We are hearing about food crimes committed by Gip Gap.
No, it's fine. Light Paw saved me from the sudden urge to try putting powdered milk in the scrambled eggs.
Oh dear.
Okay, well, listen. I just have to ask, why do you have both powdered milk and regular milk? Because you were talking about putting milk in your eggs, which, by the way, like Paul, that's fine. Milk in eggs is
Yes.
a way
Yeah.
to make it creamier. I don't know why fluffier is the word that GibGab was using, but it's
No, no.
legitimate.
To be fair, I'm lactose intolerant, so even when I say use butter, I'm using plant butter. So
Margarine.
Here. Oh, good night, Rex.
Good night, Rack.
Okay, I don't use powdered
Good night.
milk to cook scrambled eggs. I only use normal milk, okay?
You use powdered sugar in your eggs?
No. It's a powdered milk. But I don't.
I want to hear you try powdered goat milk at some point.
I mean, sure. You can take the form of a goat.
Ha,
I
ba,
don't know
ba,
how you
ba,
make
ba.
it powdered, but fried milk.
You're flirting with me again, GibGab. I know you're not aware of this kind of thing, but
No, I'm aware. I'm doing this one deliberately. Come on.
Right in front of me?
Yes.
Because Gabby is that crazen.
Raisin.
Raven.
I think it'd be craven isn't even the right word because that's just brazen.
The hunter.
Yeah.
Craven is the actually kind of the opposite. It's where you don't do things that are dangerous, like flirt with Zim's things in front of him.
Oh, I thought it was dangerous.
Oh.
Really?
'Cause-
Calling him a thing?
Craven basically means coward.
Oh, because if you hear Craven the Hunter, I always thought it meant like bold.
Yeah, that was intentional.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I'm
no.
tired. Whatever.
Calling someone a craven basically means they're like a coward.
You call me Craven, and I have a craving for Merle. I mean, what? Eh?
Also, hi
Eh?
Garu.
That one made him blush. I can tell.
Yeah.
Hi, Kuroi.
I missed most of that conversation. I just came in with talking about the difference between brazen and craven.
Okay, I have an
Yes.
important question though.
Mm.
What's the difference between bottled ketchup and like packet ketchup?
Quantities?
Container?
I mean, you call it ketchup, so there's something wrong with you.
the ingredients, your packet ketchup is probably mostly made up of corn syrup solids. Whereas if you get bottled ketchup, you can probably get like actual quality ketchup.
Oh, that's a good
Where
point.
there's an actual
They're both
tomato
made
or
by
two in
hands.
there.
Yeah, it's got to be made to last because it's going to be sitting in a restaurant shelf somewhere.
Whereas I'm sitting here going, what the F is ketchup?
Is ketchup different in this country? Hmm.
I mean, I know what it is. We just call it tomato
Okay.
sauce.
GibGab, how
Tomato
long have you
sauce.
been living in America and you don't realize that corn syrup is in almost everything that we produce?
Yeah, this corn syrup.
It's because we
fructose corn syrup.
really heavily subsidized corn production for like freaking 30 years or something, and we had nothing else to do with it.
Look,
So
Reggie,
you decided to make everything super addictive by pumping it full of high fructose corn syrup.
Yep.
We had to do something with the corn.
You can't make it cheap and just give it away.
So
Then poor people get free food, and that's bad.
Well, yeah,
Clearly.
it's America.
Sakura, you called ketchup tomato sauce. Isn't tomato sauce what you used on pizza?
That's
Spaghetti.
No,
marinara
that's
sauce.
tomato paste or marinara sauce.
There's a third, like, you use it for like spaghetti and similar
That's-
pastas. That's tomato sauce over here.
Yeah, we got-
That what you use on pastas and stuff is like, you could have a bolognese, you could have a Neapolitan, so whatever it is.
Neapolitan
there's-
ice cream?
No,
It refers to the same region,
Ice cream
Naples.
and spaghetti.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's both referring to Naples though.
Uh,
To be fair, I
So it Is Neapolitan ketchup just a container that has a layer of ketchup, a layer of mustard, and a layer of mayonnaise?
Ew.
I mean, you wouldn't
Yuck.
get it's actually Neapolitana, actually. And you wouldn't get it in a bottle, you get it in a jar and you like mix it with pasta or like mince.
You wouldn't want it with mayonnaise. That wouldn't keep. You'd want like ketchup, mustard, and relish.
If you wanted to
That's
keep,
the
you
Trinity.
Ew.
Also, to be fair, Kura, like,
Crunchy
actually,
relish.
we do the same in Spanish. Like salsa de tomate, that's tomato sauce. That's how you
Yeah.
refer to like ketchup. But then like anything else, you are more specific. Salsa de pasta, pasta sauce. Salsa pizza sauce. If you just want to be the really casual, and then you specify if you actually want to use cooking terms that people don't understand.
Like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no.
We don't
So
use
just
tomato-
curious,
Tomato sauce is the tomato stuff that you put in like a little thing and dip your chips in or something.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
Sorry,
That's
Like
Chinese
French
ketchup.
fries.
Yes. You don't put your
So,
potato
uh,
chips in it.
Just
Oh,
curious, Zim,
What's-
which one of us are you hovering over to throw into the lake first? I just want to know if I'm in the splash zone or.
Sweats in Canadian with ketchup chips.
it's okay, Ash. You're a Canadian. You get a pass.
Ketchup packet chips. Delicious.
Honestly, you say that, and I'm just tempted at a pure spite to grab the ketchup packet I have right next to me and drink it.
I mean, I
Please
used to do that
don't.
with mustard packets.
Why?
What is wrong with you people?
Mustard is
Mustard's tangy.
nice. Mustard's
It's
super.
tangy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mustard? You don't drink mustard alone.
Well, you could take
could.
the mustard from Chinese restaurants that
that's
they
right.
have that's
I mean, I can
spicy.
see it. I drink apple cider vinegar on its own for health benefits.
Yeah, Dad did that for a while. Supposed to
Yeah,
have
people
what's
torture
it called?
themselves all the time for health benefits, but that's not food. That's medicine or torture.
Medicine.
But Lightpaw, we can torture you for other reasons.
He's doing it again.
I have a chef's knife in my hand. Please don't right now.
Hey, Lightball won't take it. I'll take it.
I just had some delicious tofu today.
I am cutting vegetables for jambalaya. Please don't make me too flustered to function.
Okay. Anyway, look, my short take on it is, American, please make your thing less sweet. Please stop putting high fructose corn syrup and everything, so I have to stop looking at every packet. Screen. That actually probably explains. I noticed it the other day, and I thought about it, and I didn't really think much about it. I just thought it was like a change in taste. But I actually don't usually have that much ketchup nowadays, unless I like mix it with mayo, like to just like, you know, ketchup and mayo and like just, you know, mix it together. But like I don't usually drink, or I don't usually eat with that much ketchup like normally nowadays. It's too sweet.
What, ketchup is
And
sweet?
mustard.
Just start making your own ketchup from scratch.
Tomato
Yeah,
sauce isn't
American.
supposed to be sweet. It's supposed to be kind of tangy and a little salty.
It's salty, sweet, and tangy, Kurai.
Supposed to be.
That sounds like what we would call barbecue sauce,
Isn't
which
that
is like a dark sauce. Just by Azure.
Oh no, that
No, barbecue
literally-
sauce is definitely tangy.
Barbecue
It
sauce.
depends on where you're from. I'm from North Carolina. Ours is sweeter.
Ours is
It's like
usually
candy.
like tangy, but it's like almost like it's tangy with like a brown sugary flavor.
Yeah, it's like candy.
No, it's not like candy.
That would be the
is
brown
not
sugar.
that sweet.
What
You're
would
not
be
in
sweeter?
America.
Yeah, what would be sweeter?
Hi.
Barbecue or the high fructose corn syrup disgusting ketchup?
Me.
The high
Oh,
fructose
barbecue.
corn syrup disgusting ketchup.
The fact that ketchup is sweeter than barbecue.
They both use high fructose corn syrup. That's like the point. So the barbecue even has a higher concentration.
Isn't barbecue sauce supposed to use like brown or raw sugar?
It does, yes.
To be fair,
Yeah.
we don't.
Molasses,
we-
actually, if you can get it.
I can
Yeah.
probably actually check next time we buy the barbecue, but I know our barbecue is not as sweet as the ketchup, so I highly doubt that one uses high fructose corn syrup because I'm very picky with the one that we get, and I like.
I would
I was
very
thinking
much. I would very much.
By the way, they
expect
add
barbecue
sugar
sauce
to
be sweet.
pasta sauce, like the Prego and
Yeah.
Ragu that you buy in the jar.
Oh yeah,
That
and
has sugar
stuff
too.
tastes
I
terrible.
love ragu.
No, it's bad.
Ragu is delicious.
Have you ever taken like a carton of like probably 28 or 48 tomatoes and blanched them?
Just to clarify, you are aware that things like marinara and ragu are actually supposed to have quite a bit of sugar.
My point still stands. If you make it fresh with the raw tomatoes and you blanch them and you actually like boil them out, it's so much better.
Yes, homemade sauce is much better than shop board. I didn't know that was what we were arguing.
No, I grew up on that ragu stuff as a kid, and I really didn't like it. And then I ended up getting like Blue Apron later on in life, and now I'm like rediscovering a lot of foods that I really didn't like eggplant.
I still don't like eggplant, but I mean,
you like
ragu,
eggplant?
you can
Oh.
make that at home. Just because you buy it doesn't mean it's all bad. You can make a lot of the stuff you buy yourself.
Like basically, just because you make it at home doesn't make it not ragu.
Yeah. In fact, if anything, I would argue what you make at home is more like ragu.
If you put powdered milk in it.
Then
See,
you're a
this
crime
is
against
why-
An
nature and
abomination
should be
of science.
bound.
This is why my argument was going to be what you make at home isn't necessarily better than what you buy at the store for you either.
That is true.
Merle, this
But
is the
generally
person that's trying to
speaking,
flirt with you. I'm just putting that out there.
What?
It doesn't have to be better for you, but it better taste better if it's going to cost you.
I'm not trying to flirt with Merle. I'm flirting with Merle. It's different.
So how you doing, Zim?
I am just.
Oh my god, Merle deflated! We need to reinflate Merle!
Just like in the balloon.
Got turned into a pool toy and then got hit with a pin.
Come on, stop trying to hit on me and hit on me.
So
Goodness.
yeah, I'm glad to hear you're good, Zim.
You're adorable, Merle.
No,
You okay, Merle? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, all I can hear with all of these conversations is I need to cook you guys some real food.
Yes,
Excuse
cook
me,
us some
but I
real
have to say
food
that I'm making.
and care package it to us from Australia.
I mean, like Paul, like you say you cook, right? Like, what do you like cook professionally and just like passion or?
I needed to learn how to cook my own food because every restaurant and every prepackaged food place ever puts all of the milk in their prepackaged and restaurant food.
I trust Paul with food.
Well, like Paul also established that he's lactose intolerant, so that's he did it by necessity. It seems like.
Yes.
More or less the same thing here, except instead of milk, it's the pounds of salt that everywhere uses to cook their food.
More or less the
Yeah.
same here, only it's gluten because I have celiac disease.
Oh dear, I'm
By
sorry.
our powers combined, we are a very sick digestive system.
You know what's not great? Shop
I
bought
can digest salt
gluten-free
fine, it's just my heart that doesn't like it.
That's probably true because sodium does affect your heart rate.
Shop bought what?
Shop bought gluten-free pasta is absolutely disgusting.
It depends. There are a couple of good ones I've found lately that are rice-based.
The trick is,
they might-
I find, if it is a good one, you have to you can't cook it till it's soft and tender. You have to take it out while it's still quite firm.
Well, you
Otherwise,
should
it
be
just
taking
turns
your
into
pasta.
paste.
Should be taking your pasta out while it's still a little bit firm anyway, because
Oh, I mean like firmer
Ideal
than just
status.
al dente. Yeah, firmer than just al dente.
Oh dear. All this
yeah,
talk of-
well, like
I mean, I love al dente. It just does not like
Hmm.
me.
Favorite pasta cooking moment. I remember Dad was one time trying to teach me how to know when the pasta was ready. And he was like, look, you'll know the pasta's ready because you can grab a little like string of it and like throw it at the counter.
Yeah, and,
And
it
if it
sticks to
sticks,
the
it's
wall.
ready.
If it sticks to the wall, it's ready. That
He threw it at the counter. And Mom just yelled, I just cleaned them.
it's you're not supposed to
What
throw it
needs
at the
to struggle to-
counter. You're not supposed to throw it at the counter. You're supposed to
No,
throw
no.
it at the tiles against the wall of the kitchen.
That,
If
yeah.
it
Hey, Zam.
sticks to the wall.
Those things, yeah.
Who
So
do
hi,
you think
Zim.
is worse? Give Gab or Ren?
Repeat that?
Who do you think is worse with their food crimes? Give Gab or Ren?
I think it can.
I eat my stuff cooked. I don't eat it raw.
Yeah, you just
So
have this central.
that is hard to say. Because Ren's food crimes are, well, he just doesn't cook.
Ren's food crimes are he's the most bachelor to have ever bachelored. I liked it when he bachelored all over the place.
look, we
As
aren't
for
talking about my college days. I was 21, and wine and cheese felt like a perfectly fine diet for a couple of weeks there.
As for Gib
Okay,
Gab,
but-
Gib Gab's committing the actual food crimes, preparing things. Yeah.
I can prepare normal things though.
You're just experimenting with food.
What do you
I would
think is normal,
argue-
Gib Gab?
Scrambled eggs, toast, or scrambled eggs and hash brown, for example.
You're just describing putting powdered milk in your scrambled eggs, so I'm not sure if
Yeah,
that's
I said-
normal.
I was curious how it'd turn out.
Not
that
well.
I have.
Ren's food crimes is Ren's basic bitch. Gib Gab's food crimes are abominations against culinary science.
Look. I just like describing the experiments because half of what I eat is fairly like normal. This is food.
Just
Who cooks
half?
it for you then?
Only half?
Well, the other half is stuff prepared for me. And okay, so we cook as a household. I usually occasionally prepare myself like food here and there. For the most part, we just go like, all right, what are we gonna prepare for the week? Mom cooks, and most of the time I actually help Mom with the tasting. I'll be like, yep, this needs more salt, this needs more this needs more that, or it's like it's too
It
dry.
needs more powdered milk.
And I have a good sense of taste for that.
How do you come from that, which is a core piece of culinary skill, to using powdered milk in a sugar abomination?
Because I like to experiment. So I'll be like, I don't know, Mom. I feel like it needs more salt, and then I'll be like, no, it didn't need more salt, and then we like work from there. I just kind of learned the hard way, but I learned the hard
It
way. So
never,
it's like,
it never needs more salt.
You know there is a way to, like, if you have oversalted something, to reduce the saltiness.
to put water in it.
No.
If you're feeling like it's lacking something and you've already added some salt, you're probably lacking either an acid or an umami profile.
We didn't
is very
add
true.
salt. That was the problem.
But if you did add, well, to
Were
be
you
honest,
cooking
we
with
sh-
things that were naturally high in sodium by default?
Is ground beef naturally high in sodium by default?
Who made the ground beef? Some of it is.
We just
The
bought it.
cow?
Did you buy it from a butcher? Did you buy it from Walmart? Did you buy it from Target?
From Publix.
Remember?
Yeah,
he's
you'd
from
probably-
Florida.
I would have gone for acids or umami before I went for salt in that case. Like, yeah, you'd probably want a little bit of salt, but acid or umami is probably what you're wanting the most.
I
I'm
don't
thinking
know.
pepper, honestly. Just a little teeny tiny bit of pepper. Black
Nah,
pepper
I
from
didn't
lemon
need-
Cinnamon.
juice.
I didn't need pepper. I mean,
Lemon
look,
juice.
we just every now and then when we cook, she'll just be like, "Hey, can you taste this?" And I'll give it a taste. I'll be like, "No, it needs more of this." And that's like kind of how we're working it.
So what
But
do you
yeah,
think
so
about
if you
putting
have
salt
ever been
on
in
things
a-
after
Okay, do you
frying
know
them?
why so many things have like tomatoes in them? It's because tomatoes are an acid,
Yeah,
and that covers a very important part of cooking.
I hate tomatoes.
But yeah, if you've accidentally oversalted something, even if you don't necessarily want it in the final product, cut a potato in half and put it in there. It'll soak up the salt.
Actually, that is one of the things we do with ground beef. We'll put like little like potato, like slice of potato on it, and it really helps.
It will pull
Sometimes it's
up
just
the
because
salt through reverse osmosis.
yeah, I can tell when mom accidentally oversalted them because I'll see more slices of potato in it.
He's like, ah, put a little bit too much salt in there, did ya?
Yeah, and I learned the trick already. Now I know whenever I have to cook my own ground beef, I'll just do that. It's a very good tip.
But you see, the point is, if you're still eating the potato, you're still eating all the salt.
Yeah, but extra just flavor more.
Also, Lightpaw, I just want to clarify. Like, I'm not necessarily saying the bachelor diet is a bad thing. I think most men go through that phase, especially in their college years. The problem is, Ren is well outside of his college years. He has a career. He makes decent money. He goes out to eat at restaurants, and he orders basic food like eggs and a sausage patty at an expensive Greek-American diner fusion restaurant that has the most amazing eggs Benedict I've ever tasted.
I hear eggs Benedict, and I have to bite my tongue.
That's what you had yesterday, yeah.
I heard some of that discussion, and I just gave you guys an object lesson in why I don't need to be distracted while cutting sausage.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
To be fair,
Oh.
Raijin, it's not just men. I know my older sister subsided through a lot of college off of pizza and chicken until she hated both of them.
I mean, I remember getting through university on just ramen and instant noodles.
Well,
By the
Ren
way, did
does
you know
a
that,
ramen toast sandwich.
Did you know that just about every flavor of instant ramen has dairy? Every single one.
It would not surprise me.
We actually have a very nice range of dairy-free ones here in Oz. You should check them out.
Care to import us some?
He comes to visit.
I don't know. I don't want to pay the tariffs.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
Oh,
about
yeah,
to say.
forgot about those. Ugh. I guess we'll have to wait till Trump's out of office.
When do we like get rid of cows and just replace all the milk with plant milk?
People are wanting to do that. There's decent reasons to.
Yeah, we should. Cows are bad for the environment.
eat all the cows because they're bad for the environment.
Okay,
Some of them, some of the plant-based ones are not super great either, though.
Nope. We have to do.
Yeah, like, for example, the amount of people who do not realize just how bad soy production is.
It's really water hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think almonds are usually okay.
a
so-
lot of people are swearing their lives by almond milk. We sell so much almond milk, it's unreal.
I do enjoy
I
almond
would-
milk and coffee.
I would love to, switch to almond milk. The problem is it's like 15 times the cost of dairy milk.
Oh, almond
That
milk's
is
like
true.
half the price here.
Depends where you live.
There is
Guru.
that, yeah.
We can get
Yeah.
a liter. Is a liter of cow's milk is like $1.99. A liter of almond's milk is like 99 cents.
Oh, well, then why would you use
Oh.
cow milk?
Definitely not that way here.
No, you pay extra for those health food things, Kurai.
Try to be
Yeah.
conscious of the environment and all that. Yeah, you're paying a penny.
Yeah.
Oh no, here it's because people want the cow milk. They
Why
don't
don't
want
Have
the
a good
almond
night,
milk, so
Azure.
the almond milk is cheap.
And that
Cheap.
Here
People
we
buy it.
want, here we want it too, Hey, good night, Azure. Here, we want the dairy milk. You know,
It's
the
also
cow milk.
subsidized by the government.
Yeah, okay, there we go, found it. From what I remember, I believe oat, hemp, and pea milk are basically about the best for the environment that we get. In particular, like I know one of them is like very good at helping retain nitrogen in the environment, which is really good for reducing the need of like nitrogen fertilizers, which are generally overused. Or like hemp is very space efficient and also doesn't eat all so much water. And then oat is just like, oh, you don't have water, grow oat, but it uses more land.
Oat is great. I love oat.
Rice
I mean,
and
we
almonds
grow
are
a
very bad.
ton of oats anyway.
Yeah, but the
And,
problem
like,
is that all of those alternative milk options are insanely more expensive here.
Yeah,
because
it's
they're
Like a
very good.
half
trade
gallon of
those.
almond milk. The Silk brand is like normal for us, like $3.29, and
It,
a gallon of dairy milk is just $1 more than that.
well, not
It's
even
because we
that,
pretty
it's
heavily
less.
we pretty heavily subsidize most cow production.
Yep.
If it weren't so subsidized, the prices would be a lot closer.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep.
A gallon would
literally,
be
like-
almost like $9.
Literally, it's just like, hey, look at this thing. It's really cheap. What about the rest of them? Well, what if we subsidized it? No, because we can't subsidize things. That'd be bad for the market.
Right now, I can get a full gallon of cow milk for $2.47.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'm having to scroll quite a bit.
Wow, your milk is expensive.
Everything is
Well,
expensive here.
Convert it
Everything's
to
Wait,
expensive.
how much is a
$1,000,000.
gallon to liters?
For some reason, prices have been growing a lot recently. Can't imagine why.
I also have to check what gallon to liters
And
is.
one
Oh,
gallon
okay.
is about
That's
Eat more
like,
2.5
potatoes. They're
liters.
cheap. Potatoes are cheap and nutritious, and they cover most of your needs.
A gallon
Okay,
is
Just add a
that's
little bit of meat, and you get
That's
everything.
let's. Sorry.
Okay. So, a gallon of milk, like I said, was... Alright, a gallon of almond... Or, not a gallon. A half gallon of almond milk is $3.37.
That's $6 a gallon.
Meanwhile, it's $1 less for a full gallon of dairy milk.
Yeah. And honestly,
It is
So a
almost
gallon-
3 times as expensive for almond milk.
Yeah.
So a,
$6.60.
a gallon is
Is
3.7
liters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost 3.8.
Almost 2.
So okay, so that's actually, if I was to convert it, as if $1 was $1, your milk's a little cheaper because we probably pay about $2. We probably pay about $3 for a 3-liter bottle of milk.
3 Australian or 3 American?
3 Australian.
It's a bit cheaper.
So it's interesting to note, for most things, excluding things like video games and stuff, $1 buys the same here as $1 would buy there of your own products.
Fair enough.
It's only when we buy externally or imports that it gets expensive. But we're kind of used to paying $100 for games. So that's why when we started hearing them going, oh, $100 games in the US, we were like, well, that's what we pay now. And then we realized, oh wait, that translates to like $150 here. Oof.
Yeah. And okay, so to be fair, then, by the way, I honestly don't advocate for people to switch to consuming different kinds of milk necessarily. I just wish basically that we'd stop subsidizing dairy milk, like cow milk. Stop subsidizing cows in general. Let all those farms, all that industry basically die off and replace it with more sustainable agriculture.
Oh, I
Plant-based
personally
meat,
am
plant-based milk.
I'm 100% advocating for people to get away from dairy milk.
They
I mean,
have to subsidize. They just have to move the subsidy from one industry to the other, because otherwise the prices would jump up, and whoever did it would be political suicide. Basically, they're the president or whoever who tripled the price
So
of.
you're saying basically
Oh.
don't just desubsidize dairy, but then subsidize almond.
Yeah, you'd have to bait and switch it, because otherwise you just triple the price of consumers' essential
But-
goods, and that they'd riot.
honestly,
But
not
having
even
said that, I
necessarily.
can imagine a good portion of people would be like, "Oh, them hippie milks."
Yeah, see, that's my problem because, like, for the most part, I agree. Like, we do buy like some more. I think we get soy milk sometimes, and it's fine. I mean, I'll eat it. It's not really. To me, it doesn't taste that different from whatever milk we buy otherwise.
I mean, it can't compare to your powdered milk, of course.
Exactly.
I do think soy milk tastes very, very different from dairy milk, but fair enough.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
when you
them
put it with,
that
like,
do
cereal.
taste very, very different or have a different texture. But I want to say it was oat milk that is very. I know Game Theory did a video on this a while back.
Theory.
Or not food. Yeah, Food Theory. Where they compared all of those alternatives. I know I myself have tried several of them, and I can never remember which one it was. I feel like it was oat, but it probably isn't.
Oat tastes the most like dairy to me.
I think it is
Coconut milk.
oat.
It is oat because oats you can actually, if you were to make a sweet porridge, if you make it with water and make it with milk, it's almost not noticeable. Because they've both got that very rich, creamy. It's got the texture right. It's got that rich, creamy texture to it. And to be honest, cow's diet usually persists on a lot of oats.
Except in the U.S., where we have so heavily subsidized corn that it is the main feed crop.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys have white eggs.
Yes.
So-
We have brown
Basically.
eggs too. They're just super expensive.
Yeah, the exotic kind. Yeah.
Why are they different price?
Because one, the chicken has probably been fed a more balanced diet.
I don't know. Here they cost the same. You just buy whatever's like there at the moment.
Oh, well, here in the States, the brown ones usually taste better.
But yeah, I live in the States.
No, that's crazy.
Okay, to be fair, we go to like a supermarket for like usually when we buy, we go to different ones, but that kind of mostly applies for like there's a supermarket that sells like Venezuelan stuff usually, and they do offer the eggs more similarly priced. There's like I just grab whatever's cheaper.
Honestly, I prefer duck eggs.
Never tried duck eggs.
Neither.
They're like bigger, richer duck. They're like bigger, richer chicken eggs.
Odd.
They're creamier. Their yolks are bigger.
Interesting.
You just
Their
have to deal with
flavors
less than
more-
chicken.
Their flavors more pronounced and rich.
Also, you know, it's random aside, but talking about milk, it still tilts me that people say like, "Oh, you should drink raw milk," and I'm like, "No, why? Please." There's a reason we pasteurize things.
I will
There's a reason
say-
we've done
Yes, because raw milk lasts maybe a couple hours.
So I will not eat raw milk, but I will eat unhomogenized milk. So
Okay, yeah, that's-
pasteurized, they're still pasteurized. It's just not homogenized.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense.
Because
to me,
usually when you buy milk, it's both pasteurized and homogenized. When it's coffee, I prefer to get it unhomogenized. Because then
that's
you get
fair.
that nice creamy layer on top of all that milk fat.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly fair. I don't mind that. It annoys me when people are like, drink raw milk, it's healthier, and I'm like, aha, cool. You're gonna die of disease probably sooner than everyone else will.
I
No,
mean,
you got
it
lucky.
depends. It depends on how the cows are kept and how fresh the raw milk is.
Mhm.
I am
Like, for example, most livestock is usually fed on a pretty heavy diet of antibiotics.
so
So
to be
it's
fair,
actually very unlikely that their products are. It's very well, at least in Australia anyway. It's very unlikely that their byproducts are going to be diseased. But because it spoils so quickly, if you don't drink it fast, then yes, you've got a problem. But when I used to live on a farm, we used to drink raw milk all the time. But that's because we'd literally get it straight from the cow and then drink it in the next 5 minutes.
Mhm.
So that's fair, and if you do keep the cows in good condition, you probably at least have a better chance with that. And historically, there's some amount of that, but also basically over 90% of all cases of a dairy food poisoning are just raw milk.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's literally so many, because I'm pretty sure I don't remember, if I remember right, you can't even sell it legally. You have to go to the farm and actually do the exchange there. You can't just sell it at a supermarket raw,
Correct.
because
All
Not at a
all
supermarket. You can buy them directly from a dairy, which doesn't necessarily need to be a farm. It can be somebody who buys a bunch of milk from dairies to pasteurize it to put in store shelves. But
yeah.
Hey, Epic.
Hey there, Epic.
Hey, Epic.
Hello, Epic.
But we know pasteurization is good. Why do people not want it?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely
Like-
drink your milk pasteurized. To be honest, there is actually no health benefit to not doing it. The only reason we used to do it was because it was fresh milk.
there is a teeny tiny argument for doing raw milk instead of, say, pasteurized whole milk, and that is that the raw milk has more of the milk fats and milk solids in it because that's part of what the pasteurization process takes out. But most people need less fat in their diet, not more.
This is true. It's going good, Epic.
And it's also worth noting that, we don't actually, as humans, absorb majority of the nutrition in dairy milk.
I mean, fair enough.
It's not really designed for our bodies.
Yeah. Good night, Kanku.
Good night,
I hope you
Kanku.
sleep well.
Have a good night, Kanku.
I'm not saying we
Good
don't
night,
absorb
Kanku.
some, just
You're probably right.
It's
I
not
don't
the
know
most
about that.
ideal method.
yeah. There are more efficient methods to get your calcium and minerals and vitamins than dairy milk.
I know I don't want to get my milk from cows. I'm sure milk could help me with that.
I just take calcium supplements.
Well, depending on how your calcium supplements are produced, chances are your body doesn't absorb a lot of those either.
Seems to
are-
do well
Bone in
enough.
fish is the best source of calcium if you're not doing milk.
Sorry, what was it?
Bone in fish.
Love me some fish.
Possibly? I don't know. I don't really eat fish.
I know calcium is not the same as protein, but I could help you with some protein supplement. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I bet you could.
Literally every single protein supplement on the market is just whey. I hate it.
It's just what?
Whey.
EY.
Whey protein. It's the
Is that-
protein found in milk.
Yeah, they sell it separate, and
It's also what they
bodybuilders use it.
Yeah, it's also what they tend to put in diet shakes and stuff.
Did you know that if you ate your daily value requirement of calories in just pure bread, you would get enough protein from that?
There's also
No.
so
Probably
many
also-
carbs in there.
Wait, are we talking American cake?
But you're hitting your daily caloric requirements, so you're not going too many carbs. Like, if your bread is baked perfectly and you use just a little bit of butter, then you're getting your fats, you're getting your protein, and you're getting your carbohydrates. The only thing you're missing is certain key amino acids from meat, which you don't really need a whole lot of.
You're also getting your vitamin D.
What kind of bread, though? That's an important one.
Yeah, because are we talking like
Sourdough,
bread, or are we talking
rye,
like
and
American bread?
Yeah, those
sourdough
are
and rye are your best options for that if you're going to be doing a mostly bread diet.
Yeah. Like the bolios I get for my lunch, each bolio is 170 calories and it has 8 grams of protein. So 2 of those is only 360 calories. So only a sixth of my daily caloric requirement, and that's already 16 grams of protein, which is about a third of what I need, bare minimum.
The only bread I can eat that isn't gluten-free that doesn't make me horribly ill is sourdough.
It's el rol mexicano.
I must be
Okay, I know
off
what
to
those are.
bed now. I will see you all later.
Do you need company
Good
now?
night.
I mean, what?
Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
I love these things. It's all Mexican bread rolls. I love them.
It's okay, Gib Gab, I heard you.
I know. Well, I'm proving to you that I can flirt. Knowingly. Understandingly. I now knowingly tease my coworker. I'll pat him on the head and he'll just break. And it's great.
Oh yeah! Has your coworker watched Agents of Reflection yet? More of it?
He's gone through like 3 episodes. He's Hyro's #1 fan, apparently. Which is concerning.
God,
Oh, is this
I
the
want to
fan-
know what his reaction is when all the King stuff starts showing up then. You have to tell me.
I mean, sure. I told him I'd
Is
share
this
like
the-
his comments anonymously, and he's like, okay. Not really anonymously, but he knows.
Is this the fan you were teasing Ren about?
Yes.
I mean, if they show up in chat, technically I'll know who they are, but I don't think anyone else would.
Yes. I love this little like pride bracelet because I can just like and like throw it at the wall. It's like a rubber man, but like super. But I don't know
Holy
actually. Like,
crap,
bread was
this...
Hmm?
Oh, the silent gear in this is, complicated.
Yes, it is. I know.
We finally set up our AE2 system because we broke.
Well, Kuroi said he was going to set up storage, so I waited, and we waited, and I kept bringing home more and more stuff, and then I brought like 3 backpacks full of stuff, and then, yeah, I got to the point that there was no inventory, and I was just building chests on the ground to store stuff. And, we kind of compromised. I kind of just we hooked up a terminal to, the storage controller. So basically we have our old storage system, but you can search through it with an AE interface. So nothing has to actually be sorted.
Yeah, I'm gonna build the Emmy bus as soon as I can.
Okay, well, if you want the whole thing to run out of power and stop working.
Yeah, I'm gonna build an Emmy bus as soon as I can.
Okay, he wants us to go without access to our storage system. That's why it's good to have the chest, because when it does stop working, we can open all the chests and get the items. Good thinking, Kuroi.
Ye of little faith. I'm going through mechanism. We will have enough power.
So Raijin. The very fun story of going to watch a movie in BRC with coworker, because I told him we have to watch John Wick with him because he hasn't watched any of the movies, and I was like, all right, let's watch John Wick 1.
What is the difference between Harvest Tier Bronze 2 and Harvest Tier Iron 2?
It's 2. The item is effectively the equivalent to iron in speed, but the breaking power is 2. So it's equivalent to iron. Bronze is a little bit better than iron in some mod packs, but it is still of tier 2.
Oh,
So it's like
boy.
2.5. The only number you really need to worry about is the 3 or the 2 or the 4. It relates to when you get later on when you can make hybrid alloys between different kinds of metals, because you can build your own alloy out of anything. If you have the tiers be similar and the rarity be similar, you get a synergy bonus, which multiplies the alloy's total combined stats by a value. But if they're two separate apart, it'll actually give you negative multipliers in your alloy. Because yes, it can get that complicated.
Huh.
Why?
But that's because they want to make it so that you can invest in your armors as much as you want and your weapons as much as you want and make them as powerful as you want by spending more and more time on making the perfect gear.
Got it. They
I
want
can
me to hate myself. Too bad. Already there.
Well, there's two other mechanics that are really cool in there. There's the crystal charging, the starlight charging, which lets you basically buff materials, and then there's material grading, so you can take a single item that fits neatly in an inventory slot, and you can turn it into 7 items from ranks E through max. So you have E, D, C, B, A, S, double S, triple S, and max.
Okay, you are losing me here, Guru.
Yeah, he vomited too many numbers. I lost it a while ago.
Doesn't that sound like fun, though?
No.
I didn't understand any of what you said, so no.
I like the modpack where I go around and find these like weird little moon temple astral things, and then I like break things, and then I bring them back home, and then I collect the things, and then I have to make a structure, and it looks cool, and I get a 3D representation, then I can make like an astral pickaxe.
Oh, that's gone.
I've never did that one. I did
That's
a
astral
lot of the
sorcery.
other ones. I never did astral sorcery. I did Thaumcraft, though.
I found it so
Astral
fun.
Sorcerer's been gone for a while.
I should go back and do astral sorcery, because then I could know what it was like. Because I never did. I just remember going into one of those ruins and, like, constellation stuff, and I had no idea what
I
it was.
remember
and-
Astral Sorcery. That's like old OG shit.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember, like...
Hello, Wernie.
Hi.
Was good, cuzzy.
So, just going to point out, Sammy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Just the Gig Gab's explanation was the Sammiest thing I have heard all night, including when he was playing Sammy.
Oh, I missed it, and I wish I didn't have to, because it sounded like it was a lot of fun.
Astral
Sorry.
explanation of astral sorcery? I don't remember. That was ages ago. We were playing like in a server, and there were 3 things I did, which is like I dug a big hole in the ground, and then I did the astral sorcery, and then I got bored of it, so I went to that like draconic infinity thingamajig mod that's meant to be
Draco
like the
Evo.
strongest. Yeah, there's like, oh look, it's the strongest, biggest, baddest mod, and I wanted to make it not to get like the cool armor and stuff, but because I wanted to make a reactor. And that was really painful. It exploded multiple times until eventually I got it running at low power, but it just kept running permanently, so I just left it there.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
And how many people decided to never play on your server again?
Not many, because I went to another dimension deliberately to do the reactor there until I got it right.
Oh, see? He was
That's better
considering.
what I did. I accidentally blew up our town and irradiated the entire place for eternity.
That's exactly what I did.
That sounds like you used mechanism? Because I'm pretty sure Draco Evo doesn't irradiate.
It was probably rotary craft, like old school rotary craft.
I forget what mod it was, but it was like one of the one-sided nuclear reactors. It's part of like a really big mod pack.
I think it was
IC2
probably
maybe.
mechanism. If it
Might have been the
irradiated, it was
original
probably
industrial craft.
mechanism.
Yeah, I think it was
Might have been
mechanism.
industrial. Okay. I didn't know mechanism had irradiation.
Oh yeah, it does. It very much does.
I remember the old school like industrial craft where you could like craft like a nuke.
Oh yeah, I remember playing old industrial craft.
And you know, chunk loading was an issue. I remember building this underwater base far away from the regular base because of the natural properties of the water cooling, and then I was pumping blocks of ice into it all the time so it wouldn't overheat. And then the chunk didn't load, and I came back to a huge crater.
I think the oldest thing I remember playing modded Minecraft that was like industrial was like Tekkit or Volts.
Oh, I played Tekkit.
Yeah,
And
Played a
Volts
little
came
bit of
after.
Tekkit.
Yeah, like I said, I had to modify Greg Tech Pack because back then I was playing. Greg Tech wouldn't run on Technic, so you had to go into the code and change the line of code that checked to see if it was running in the Technic launcher in order for it to run.
I still
And that's
remember
what got me. Yeah.
I had
Exploding bees.
I had admin permission on my current roommate's server back in the day, and he had another guy who was off doing his own thing, trying to catch some squid in a little oceanic part, and I was trying my damnedest to level off the water level, and I accidentally mistyped the water leveling command and unoceaned the entire server. And a couple seconds later, the friend of my roommate, who did not have admin permissions on the server, gets a message: flying is not enabled on this server, and is booted from the server temporarily.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they have to have flying enabled on their server config, because that'll happen if the game lags. There's no reason to not have flying enabled because any of the cheats that do flying anyways bypass it, so it's just gonna give false positives on innocence, especially post Elytra.
This was way back in the day when wolves
Yeah,
were the new
Elytra's-
hotness in vanilla.
Yeah, I remember. Go on.
He got that message because he wasn't a mod, and the mod or the server owner didn't have flying enabled, because everyone who ever joined his server who had flying immediately flew off into the horizon and forced his poor server PC to explode.
But you can do that with Ender Pearls anyways.
You can now, but you couldn't then because the end didn't exist.
Oh, this is pre-end. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And even once the end did exist, Ender Pearls didn't do that for a couple of updates.
That's fair. Yeah, because they go unloaded if you did that. I remember learning Lua from Computercraft and making a talking wolf. That was one of those Starfax heads that would just go bop 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 bop, and text would appear below the animated picture of a ASCII wolf. It was fun.
Yeah, I used
And
to do stuff with computer crafts.
the most advanced project I tried to make was VR in Minecraft using Computercraft. And I technically made the proof of concept, but I hit the limits of the system. So there was a block in the game called a fan, which would push the player in the opposite direction. And so what I did is I put monitor blocks, the golden monitor blocks, on the floor, the ceiling, and all the walls. And then I used Tinker's Constructs drawbridges to extend out the monitors. So basically you'd walk into a doorway, and then a drawbridge would extend 2 monitors in the spot you were standing, so that you had monitors surrounding every direction. And then I'd have the bottom monitor be transmit the ground based off your position. And I had sensors which would detect how close you were to the walls. And when you got close to one of the walls, I made it like a VR treadmill, where if you got close to the wall, it would activate the fan on that side, push you towards the center of the room. And it would also, while doing the fan, increment the counter that increased the direction of you moving in that general direction. And then because everything was a touchscreen, you could right-click to do stuff, and you could interact with the floor, the walls, and if you jumped in the VR room, the sensor would pick up vertical detection and would have you jump. And the idea was that I was going to put up multiple of these devices throughout the world, and then I could have people remotely connect to each other in a virtual Minecraft. That was a fun project. And because everyone kept getting pushed towards the center, they could just walk infinitely on that treadmill.
I just made castles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building is better when building is square.
I mean, computer craft was so much fun though. Like I remember making like a secret lab with like key card passkeys with like open computers and open peripherals, and you could just like have an admin room. It was stupid because someone could just take a pickaxe to the wall next to the door, but you know, key card that you could assign and like give access levels. I made like something for a floating airship. They used to have peripheral glasses, and I had like those hooked up to like the little portable computer, and you could I actually had like a little HUD where everyone who went onto this airship would have to have one of these portable computers to open the doors, and then you could actually see on the main computer in that airship where people were with their names next to the locations.
It's like, see, this is what I love about Minecraft. You're describing so many complex things that can be born about from a mod, and honestly, a lot of them are really simple. I also love the extremely complicated things in Minecraft, like Lipo, when you build castle, do you prefer to use cobblestone, brickstone? You know, what kind of stone do you use? That's really complicated too, right?
So the way I normally did it was cobblestone for interior floors, like the baseline floor. I would try to make actual stone blocks for foundations for like the basement or whatever. And then the walls were stone bricks. And stairs, I would vary. I'd start with the stone bricks, and then I'd tear them out and replace them with wood or later dark wood. And the same thing with the floors. The first time I laid a floor, it would be cobblestones, but then I would go back and replace it with wood when I had more wood. And then I would use redstone blocks as accents sometimes. And glowstone for a lot of lamps and chandeliers and that sort of thing.
Sorry, Guru. What you're saying is like really cool. I just understand none of it, so I needed something I could understand for a minute.
That's fair. Now,
I was going to interrupt with saying, yes, give a computer science person an ability to program into a game, and they will go crazy with it.
Oh,
When are you making Doom in Minecraft?
It was infinite free peripherals. I could play around with as many modifiable peripherals as I wanted. I could make as many virtual machines basically for free as long as they didn't overload my own computer. And I could make them do useful tasks. So, you know, you could recreate the internet, for instance. Or you could recreate, like...
I have no idea what the bending trait does.
Oh, if you hold shift and control, I believe it'll tell you what that does. Or that might only work when it's on a tool. But I know that you can see what the traits do. They'll give you like a little sentence, but I know Malleable makes it so that there's a chance you don't take damage on the tool every turn. So that's a good one you get from Steel. Malleable is like, it's unbreaking, basically. Once it's a full tool, you should be able to see that. You can also check the spreadsheet from the company, but no one's going to do that.
I have no idea where this spreadsheet is.
Oh, you have to like Google the mod silent tools.
I brought that up, and
Modify.
I'm not finding bending.
Oh. Huh. Let me look if I can't find that for you.
Also,
Do you think Jack Black will enchant tools in Minecraft too?
They're making a sequel.
They are inevitably going to make a sequel.
Yeah, that movie's gonna... I don't... How much money did that movie make?
I don't care. They were going to make a sequel anyway.
No, if it had flopped really hard, they might not have.
They're Microsoft, not Nintendo.
Okay, they care about money. But like, if this thing had grossed like 50 million to the budget of 150, they wouldn't have made another one. But this thing made 950 million on a budget of 150. It's so Jover. We're gonna get like 4 of these.
No. Bending is god-awful. Got it.
Alright, what's it do?
Gear sometimes takes extra damage.
Oh yeah, so it's like brittle. It's the lesser version of brittle. So malleable and flexible are the same, but
I
bending
can't get
and
rid
brittle.
of that.
No, you can't. You have to garbage can it. But you can go into your inventory and press T to create a garbage can.
I know where that
You've already
is.
got a garbage can down the bottom.
Oh yeah, so well, T toggles it, so. But yeah, bending is because it's cheap, basically. It's like if you try and use a wood stick, you'll get crude, which actually gives you negative synergy. Which just means like all stats down.
I miss making it. I miss the modifier wood handles used to give you in Tinkers.
Oh, regrow?
Yeah.
There might be something like that in this. I just don't know about it.
I always
prefer.
used to make a wooden handle.
I found Terra
'cause
was
I
way
like
more fun.
wood.
Terra was another take on Tinkers as well that was fun, but Silent Tools is cool as well. It's just I'm not used to it at all, and it's one of those ones you either study it and get a minor in it, or you will not be able to use it to its full extent.
There are so many MMO games on the market these days that attempt that philosophy.
Zim, you have to put that in the forge. The gemstones have to be melted down, and it'll take 2 of them to make the tip.
Oh.
You might have to make a flint tip and make a thing for it if you don't have one.
Who did we just lose? Oh, Werny.
Oh.
Also, really quick, because I want to mention this. I'm gonna forget if I don't. Wretched. They mentioned VR, and I remembered what I was gonna say, except for door. Yeah. So I took coworker into VR, and he had an avatar, and I looked at it, and I went like, "That's probably an avatar they found that they thought was good enough." I took them to Furhub, and there were a lot of avatars in there. He ended up bookmarking at least a couple dozen of them, and I was sitting here like it's like watching a kid in a candy shop.
I want that one, and that one, and that one. Not that one, but that one, and that one.
Yes, literally. It's like, what is the gay bottom gonna pick? And he goes to like the really muscular wolf avatar, and I'm like, yep, I saw that coming. Cannot imagine what possibly would drive me to guess this. Or just a myriad of other avatars that he looked through, and I was like, yep, I definitely saw that coming. I saw that coming. I did not see that one coming. I saw that coming. And just play that on repeat for like the half an hour we spent in there.
Is bone a valid tip type? I didn't know it was.
This is for tool rod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bone can be a pretty good rod.
It says it's supposed to be a tool rod.
I think it is a tool rod already. Like, I think it works as a tool rod. Like, you could literally put it in the crafting table with that pickaxe.
Ah,
and turn
okay.
into it. Yep, it's like classic Tinkers. You could do that as well. Same thing with blaze rods. Which means you might be able to put it into the... No, because it's... Yeah, I don't know. It might work as if you put it in the forge and just put the metal right on it as a bone.
But yeah, I may or may not be tempting him to get an avatar from Conrad. Maybe.
Oh, it would come out really good if he did.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish I...
It's so funny watching someone be like, I have never done furry before. What is furry? And then it's like, oh, look, so I found this really cool reference for this, like, shark that I have in mind, and, like, I'm already thinking of, like, what I'm gonna add to it. Yeah, you should have a Aleutian collar for no reason whatsoever. I'll think about it. And I'm like, oh god, it's like down the rabbit hole so quickly.
A shark, you say?
Yeah. Are sharks the starter furries these days?
Nope.
Because I thought it was still foxes.
I thought it was wolves. Wolves are like the generic.
I was just impressed he picked a shark and he didn't pick a dog.
So like,
yeah, I was under the impression it
gateway
was
drug.
dogs. I was under the impression it was dogs.
Dogs? Okay. Well, that could make sense because of like the whole, you know.
So wait, what's
puppy.
that, Roger?
Do you need me to do some sketches?
I don't know. I think for now, not yet. See, I'm banking on the fact that like if he ends up like getting a commission from Conrad, he'll use a reference, and then we can proceed with the sketches there. You know. I'm scheming all the way through on this one.
I need to get a proper reference down for Comet so that I can get a Comet model.
Well, I think I should head off and start getting ready for bed.
It's time to go.
Good
That's fair.
night.
I should probably check on my jambalaya soon.
I'll join you on that, Kurai. It's half an hour till I go bed, so I'm gonna go ahead and start hopping off here.
That's what everyone seems to be thinking. Yeah, fair enough.
Bye, everyone.
I'm not. I've barely been awake 6 hours. I'll still be here for you, Zim.
If I didn't have homework tomorrow, I would stay up and just do all of the things. 'Cause it's so much fun.
I'm sorry, I have to work on my birthday tomorrow.
Because your co-workers are unkind people.
Yeah,
All right. Happy
that
birthday
word.
in advance.
Oh, thank you.
I almost used the one you wanted to use, but
Yeah.
I changed my mind.
Poof. Good night.
Okay, bye too. Am I taking you with me, Garu? Or are you staying for
Yeah.
a bit more?
No, I want to
Okay.
go because we got to do the things. Good night, Zim.
Good night.
Phrasing? Good night.
Huh?
Well, I mean, eat?
I'm still here for you, Zim, and so is Raijin.
Yay. Hello, Balasar. Alright, so we got a tip upgrade. Guess I can't combine those yet. We had some internet issues, so things got disconnected. Starting that back up. Hey, why not, Epic? I am just trying to figure out this frickin' mod.
So we need to hit the reset button. It has now been 0 days since classified military documents have been leaked on War Thunder's forums. Again.
Yeah. That's that happens constantly. What's your point?
It's sad that the developers keep having to literally beg, please, please don't leak classified documents just to prove a point.
Yeah, but it's just gonna keep happening.
Apparently I have missed a couple of potions. What one is active right now?
I'm
going to have a proper crash out.
What was that?
I'm going to have a proper crash out.
Oh no.
Why?
This week is makeup week. So all of the makeup mods are dropping. And that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on Elf. and it's done, but I have to go through all the graphics and put the graphics inside the little light boxes to show what everything goes to. And the people who sent the graphics did not rubber band them or tie them together or anything. So they got all shuffled in the box during the delivery. And on top of that, they sent every single version of the graphic that could go to any number of traits, which means I have duplicates of every single graphic, except one thing is wrong and I can't use that graphic. I have like actually over 1,000 of these graphics, and I only need like 20 of them. So I have to go step by step, looking at the number I need and thumbing through 1,000 graphics to find the specific number I need. I've been at this for an hour now, and I'm not even halfway done. I'm so annoyed right now.
I offer big hugs. And kisses. Mwah. And a pa 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 pa.
I decided it would be prudent to not subject all the lovely viewers to me attempting to gauge the current doneness of jambalaya, so I muted for a moment. It is now at the stage where all it needs to do is thicken.
Mer?
I think you're a little bit far away for me to give you some of the jambalaya, but you know, I try to FedEx some.
Well, at the least, I finally have a pickaxe. I think what I really want on this is a binding. Oh, all it does is add flexible 1? Can I search by... I want to search by traits. You know, actually compare all the different materials out there. Figure out what I want to use.
Oh, my thing.
Ah, hello.
Just get it. There we go. So you got a pick now? I can take that.
Well, yes, I do dig with it.
Nice. I guess if you need to know what parts can do, you can always just make one of each of them, but that'd be a pain.
That would also waste so many resources.
Yeah. Can you replace parts once they're on the pick? Or tool or whatever?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Oh, neat. So what's this one? Steel, bamboo, and diamond?
Yes.
Nice.
It should hopefully be, good. It at least can mine... Oh, that's where you are. Well, cool. I got an ender pearl.
I guess it's mystical agriculture in this, right?
There's what?
Mystical agriculture with like
Oh, yes.
essence stores. Well, I guess if you're worried about materials, you could try making some of those plants to grow them.
That is not a bad
I'm pretty
idea.
sure. Plus, you can get stuff going extremely fast if you make those soils and catalysts or whatever they're called to make them faster at growing with like, Inferium and the other tiers I forget the names of. Like, it's insane how fast things can grow if you set it up proper, but it takes a while.
Oh. I forgot an important thing.
What's that?
I forgot my stairs. But it's okay, because I can get back up real freaking fast.
How are you moving so fast?
Huh?
How are you moving so fast?
Running shoes.
Ah, fair enough.
Running around at the speed of sound. Places to go, got to follow my rainbow.
I guess you're quickly stepping it up, aren't you?
Yes. Oh, wait. There they are. Yeah, it's an acceleration thing, but
Me me.
Yeah, I do wonder if it'd be worth you making just a really large chest and then adding some stacking upgrades in it just to help store everything.
I probably should.
That does sound like a thing that might be a good idea.
This is indeed a wise decision.
I'd recommend using 2 stacking upgrades. I think there's a limit to how many you can use in the same chest. At least on the same tier, I forget specifics. But they are really good. They can actually stack tools, assuming they're the same data values and all. But they can have a lot of items in a singular one if you use the right level.
I was going to go with barrels because I thought they looked nice, but
Barrels work too. I've noticed that you have an upgrade style on each of your barrels. Though chests can combine together, and that means you can use the same upgrade over 2 inventory blocks. At least that's what I found.
I had plans. They wound up not working out.
Yeah, that
So
happens
at this
sometimes.
point, I've given up on my inventory management and didn't plan to only worry about it when I get to the point of applied energistics.
That is.
That is what?
Hmm?
I didn't catch what you said.
Oh, I just said fair enough.
Oh. Also, I am gonna go grab a thing. Or rather, make a thing. Because while I can use Infiniminer, it is tedious to have to swap that around. So I'm gonna go make a hammer.
Sounds like a smashing idea.
This I at least don't really need any of the other things with.
Damn.
Ah, hello there, Hex.
I'm sorry I took so long, Master. I was busy. But you said I should be here. And I'm here. Hello.
Yes, I did. I got a little present for you.
I'm quite scared. Like, I should be quite scared.
Why?
It's kind of like a genie. Be careful what you wish for. Uh-oh.
Well, you know, you kept saying that you were hungry, so...
Oh, no.
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I don't hear? Are they in the
He had to go to bed early already.
Oh no, I feel bad. It's okay. He can watch the video to hear my reaction.
That's literally what he said, yes.
Adorable.
I'm scared how this image will be used in the future.
So yeah,
Well-
I you know, I wanted to make sure that you had a nice big bowl full of kibble.
Oh. Thank you, Master. Why
what
do you
about-
look mean in the picture? You look so devious.
Probably because of your reaction right here.
Oh my gosh. Only you could let out an evil cackle while feeding your pets.
I'm making sure you're well taken care of. Where everybody else can hear you.
Oh my gosh, your current TF talkie fits that vibe so well.
It does.
Yeah, funny quink that.
Which mod pack is this one?
All the mods 10.
All the mods 10. Are you playing it with anybody?
No.
Wow, no invite to the Minecraft mod pack server. I see how it is. At least you fed me. But that's a boot.
I mean, Hex.
Yes, Master.
It's gonna be really hard for you to play anything with paws. Kind of need fingers to, you know, operate the controls and such. Well, it's alright. You can just lay under my desk and get head pats and, you know, help me out in other ways.
Yeah?
Oh, yes. My paws could really use a good clean.
Okay, master.
Something wrong?
No. Thank you, master.
What was that?
Thank you, master.
You're very welcome. Gonna make sure you're well fed. After all, a little doggy like you, we can't expect you to fend for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, see, Epic, you see how much he's enjoying this?
Yeah, I see how fun this is for you. Yeah.
No! Ah! Okay, fine.
I guess get him off a little something.
I did not give him permission to leave. Tug Hex.
Are all your pet dogs like this?
Like what?
I don't know the exact words to put it, I suppose.
Blushy, squeaky little things?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's about right.
Several of them.
Some of the non-dogs too.
Eh.
Rajin.
Rosin.
Mwah.
Hmm. You know what we should do in the future at some point?
What's that?
Starbound.
Ah. You play it?
I played it a long time ago when it released.
Fair enough.
Technically, I did it twice because they released they gave me like a pre-release or beta or something, and it had all the achievements, and I got all the achievements. And then they gave me the full release, and it was a completely new game with all of the achievements. So I was like, sigh, I guess I'll do all the achievements again.
I thought Starbound didn't work so well in multiplayer due to the whole issues with processing stuff.
We've run multiplayer before of it. It worked fine.
Yeah, I remember doing multiplayer Starbound. I know the mods aren't as expensive as what Terraria and Minecraft have, but I know there's Fracking Universe and a couple of others that might make it more interesting than the, base progression.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, I could go for that together.
And of course, the Avali pack is just required.
Yeah, speaking of, I suppose that'll be you'll have to draw my Avali character.
don't actually know what an Furry is. Is it like a Pokemon or something?
No. They are a race that somebody made specifically for Starbound.
Were they for Starbound, or did they get imported to Starbound really early?
They were, as far as I'm aware, specifically made for Starbound.
Because I remember that Valerie was one of the people specifically working on the Avali mod for Starbound.
No, Val worked on a Navali mod for RimWorld.
Ah.
Mind you, it doesn't have to be Starbound. I just know Starbound came up in a discussion a while ago, and I know you liked it for all of its shortcomings.
I really like it. I wish so much that they didn't just drop the ball so bad.
Yeah. But like, I'd also be happy with Terraria or Minecraft, because honestly, for a while now, I've had a craving to just build an extremely elaborate thing, and any of those games would scratch that itch. Which would also work for you, because then I'm not going to be like rushing progression like I know you've experienced in the past with multiplayer.
My only difficulty is figuring out when.
Well, it'll probably be a while in the future anyway, due to my internet.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
So it might be worth pointing out, have you heard of the, there's a game called Squirreled Away? It is Minecraft, comma, but you are squirrels.
No.
Well, I guess not Minecraft, but it's more like Starbound, maybe? You don't dig up blocks and whatnot, but you gather resources, build tools, build little houses, which can and probably should be in the trees since you are a squirrel. And you can unlock different fur colors and a lot of other stuff. It's really neat.
I have not heard this.
Let me see if I can get you the Steam page. It's probably a good time for me to take a break from this game anyway, to wait for the daily reset.
Which game is that?
I am playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Because I have yet to meet a game that follows the Animal Crossing model that I have not liked.
Well, hardly. Hey there, Ragon.
Hello.
Howdy.
Man.
How's it going?
Going okay. Had a pretty bad headache earlier, so just woke up from a nap from that.
Oh no.
Figured I'd pop in.
Well, it is good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. What you doing? What are you up to?
Minecraft.
Why Minecraft? Why not our craft?
Well, you see, I'm channeling I'm channeling Squirrel right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I had to hold back from making a joke nobody here is gonna get.
It happened.
Oh, I just realized you have a backpack. There's stacking upgrades for backpacks too.
Oh
among
yeah,
other things.
I do know that those are a thing. I just haven't picked that up yet.
There's also auto feeding upgrades, which I think do work with your infinite ham. If you just never want to have to manually eat things again.
That would be... I do know about that one. That one would be nice. I just gotta actually... I am still relatively fresh on this playthrough.
Yeah.
Says a guy with a diamond backpack.
There are things that I very quickly rushed for.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just got a pickaxe that could actually mine obsidian. Up to this point, I've been using freaking, I've only been using stone pickaxes and the occasional iron pickaxe that I found.
Ah, so you're cheap.
I just have other things I want to spend my stuff on.
Yeah, cheap.
He has conflicting priorities.
I have priorities that are mine and mine alone, and I do not expect or anticipate anyone else to understand them, for they are deep and mysterious.
So, like, what? You can build like a super weapon?
Don't worry about it.
Me.
But yeah, what you up to?
Well, now that I'm woken up and I'm up and about, I might try to do a little bit more world building.
Ah.
It's one of the reasons I popped in here, have a bit of company while I do so.
Well, you're always welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Who knows? Maybe you guys might find some of this stuff a little interesting. Not to take over the stream or anything.
And I find it interesting. Uranium sure comes in big veins.
Sometimes. It depends on which mod that I'm actually grabbing it from.
Well, it's bad in this one.
I'm just
So
glad
hammer's
it
pretty
doesn't...
useful.
Oh yeah, hammers have always been useful. I'm just,
I've never had a hammer before. Go ahead.
I'm just happy that, it doesn't immediately irradiate me and start killing me the moment I pick it up. Oh.
There are some mod packs that do that. I'm aware of one in production that has that sort of aspect going on.
Well, I will reiterate, I am glad that that is not what happens. I am by no means saying that I want that to be how it happened, or how it works.
Don't know if I believe that.
You could probably drop that gravel on the lava to help explore that way a little bit. It's just floating on air at the moment.
I do not. I would prefer to save the lava for either using in my forge or
In fairness, though, when you get into Nether, you're just gonna have a lot of lava at that point.
well, yes, but right now it is a limited resource. But also I may turn it into obsidian for making a nether portal.
You could also just get infinite lava by using create and pumping from a sufficiently large lava pool. It simplifies it. So if you do get to Nether and have some sort of interdimensional linked fluid storage, that would probably solve all your lava woes for the next forever.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just spawn lava.
You kind of are at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, and
That still requires that I actually get to that point. Right now, I am far from that point. I haven't even been able to get to the nether yet.
Didn't you have like 7 obsidian sitting around in storage?
Yes, that's not enough for the nether portal.
aren't you hot?
I am very hot.
Yeah.
I
I mean, with all that snow leopard fur you're growing, I mean, that place has to be kind of a heat, like an oven.
Oh. Oh, these TF talkies are so much fun.
I'll probably reference them from time to time.
There's so many you gotta see.
There's at least like 5.
Yes, there are at least 5.
Well, I see them. I see them get posted on FA every so often.
Yeah, there's actually one that's going to be posted here in a couple of days. Or a couple of hours.
Very lovely.
It was sadly one that was not going to be completed, but I still liked the part of it that I got, so I wanted to share.
Well, why can't it be completed? Just artists lost interest or something?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
To be fair, they were doing it for free, so it was like, I wasn't expecting them to ever complete it. But I'm glad that they at least let me know that they were no longer interested, because that lets me move that species to someone else.
That is also fair.
Oh, hi!
Yeah, it's a good looking creeper.
By the way, where on the queue do you want me to hit fuses? Because I've still got to finish that.
Oh, that is a great question. I think I might say before the, I think I'm gonna say before the, Star Wars group art. But after the other things on the queue right now. You know, commissioners come first and all. But, yeah, I do need that. I want to have at least one new stage per every TF Tuesday, and I am
Mm-hmm.
running very low and don't have the money for more.
I definitely hear that.
Mood.
I at least have tomorrow covered.
Me.
I wonder if you can make obsidian parts for tools.
I know I can make refined obsidian parts.
I've heard obsidian's really strong. I've had armor made of that previously. It's insane.
I seem to be either under or above a zombie spawner. I am hearing so many freaking zombie noises.
Sorry.
Okay, wherever they are, apparently they've just fallen into the lava near them.
Don't king shame.
What ores are you going for currently?
What was that?
What ores are you currently going for?
Nothing in particular, just kind of mining. Though if I don't know what the ore even is for, then I'm not bothering with it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's this tungsten ore and antimony ore.
Antimony? That sounds like what happened when I divorced my wife.
Oh my god.
You missed them.
I did.
Oh, interesting, Matt. Well, let me go get some medication, and then I'll sit down and start working. I'll be up pretty much all night since I just slept.
Alright.
Perfect.
Is that one of those trial chambers over there?
I have no idea what this is. I have never seen this before. Waxed oxidized copper?
It also looks to be something in the top right of you. Because those are some pretty square shapes with caves.
Oh yeah, that's a boss chamber.
And the thing to the right of the skeletons. I think the skeletons.
Oh, that's my tunnel.
Oh, it's the tunnel. Okay. You know, I want to say they're probably below you, most likely.
Alright, so serious question. Should I make chicken wings tonight?
Yes.
Do you want chicken?
That's not the question. It doesn't matter if I want chicken.
Well, I assume you're making the wings to eat them.
No, I figured I'd use them to fuel my car. Yeah, I actually kind of want to try out a new buffalo ranch sauce that I got.
I can go for it.
Can't be much harm to it, yeah.
Right, I'll boot up the oven here momentarily then.
Well, very importantly, are they in packets or a bottle?
The chicken wings?
The sauce.
About to say. The sauce itself is in a bottle.
You know, I can probably sum it up this way for you, Rygon. Gib Gab.
Hmm.
That's it.
Fair enough.
Alright, I have
Additional notebooks,
never
they yearn for the
heard...
mines.
I have never heard of a trial chamber, so let's go check that out.
Oh, it's a thing Minecraft was adding with the mace and stuff.
Well, let's not spoil it. Let's see what it is.
Falling anything, I'm just telling you all about it.
Actually, before I go for that, I kind of just remembered that I'm still wielding a stone sword.
Yeah, you might want something better than that.
Just a smidge.
What if it follows the same rules for pickaxes, or if you want to get something that's particularly sharp?
I have no idea how any of this works. So I'm probably just gonna make it out of steel primarily and go from there.
Bamboo wad, steel, sword, maybe a coating or something. I don't know.
Well, I
like this
can't
one.
afford a coating right now. Alright, I'm gonna come back to that. Oh boy.
Okay.
Nope.
Actually, that's a good question. There's a lot of different weapons you could use. Because it's not just regular short swords, is it?
No, I'm going to go with a spear, I think.
Halberds?
Huh?
Beer.
No halberds that you can use?
No, not that I saw anyways. This is also assuming that I can even find my way out of here.
I did leave a trail. Just unfortunately the trail's spread everywhere of torches.
Hey guys, I found a way out of here. Dips into the lava.
Well, you know where your stairs are, you could always try digging over to them as a way of getting out. It's also up. It's above you.
Ah, this was where I came down.
Yeah.
Faster, 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 faster.
It's like a particle accelerator.
I was only slowed down by lag.
The universe itself just came in and said, no, there's a speed limit, stop.
Stop. Get help.
Time to turn on stove.
Attack damage 3. Okay. Attack damage 4. So steel is better at being a weapon.
Maybe check if obsidian could be used, because I mean, that could be pretty sharp.
Attack damage 3.
Me.
Okay, I found the cayenne that I put in that.
Hold on, what's jagged do?
Hey, glad you found it.
I have no idea what jagged does, and I won't be able to know until I actually craft it.
Alright. Do you maybe have stone barrels in this?
I've got no idea.
Just asking, because if you have stone barrels, then you just pour lava in the barrel, then click it with water, and then you can pick up the obsidian without having to break it. It'll save a lot of time.
Okay, so refined obsidian would do attack damage 10.
Look at the armor. Look how insane the armor is for refined obsidian.
Yeah, now how painful is this going to be to make?
It's diamond dust, obsidian dust, and osmium, I think.
And of course also power, because... yeah.
Honestly, the hardest part of it is just kind of the diamonds. I think osmium is kind of everywhere at a high height level.
I have found what jagged does, if you want to know.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It increases your attack damage or decreases ranged damage as the item is damaged.
So the more you use it, the more damage it does.
As long as it's not a bow.
Why would you use obsidian on a bow?
Well, I'm going to use osmium because it's got a slightly higher attack speed while doing the same damage as steel. And it's what I've got access to.
Ooh, Dungeon Sith music.
Any clue what kind of weapon you're making? Other than
I
spear?
already said that. Spear.
Sharpers don't exist. That's a shame. Do they have shield in this that let you parry? There's almost some mods that let you parry with shield.
I have no idea. Right, Jin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say one.
Ha ba 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 ba.
Well, I am now going to curse everybody. And I am not sorry.
Curse with what?
Raijin cute do 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 do. Raijin cute do 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 do.
Man.
I mean, I do that all the time. Wait, why is it minus 20% durability?
Well, now I'm just concerned about how two different people separately came to the same conclusion as saying my name to the Baby Shark song.
Huh. Okay, what is Light Paw?
Yes, sir.
What is the turtle and barrier jacket traits? Or what are
I
those?
assume it's stuff to do.
Turtle, you hold your breath for longer.
Okay. Barrier jacket?
That is a very good question. That is a very, very good question. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Well, we are definitely doing a tip upgrade of redstone.
Can it still be made into a tip?
Apparently. Oh, but diamond would be better. Or actually, never mind. Diamond is the same bonus to attack damage, but it does give me other bonuses aside from that.
Magic damage. Is that just piercing?
I have no idea what that means.
What is giving you the barrier jacket?
Turquoise.
Yeah, that would come from turquoise.
That's pretty solid.
I think so. Definitely an upgrade, though my stone axe still does more damage.
Yeah, but axe is swing much slower. I'm pretty sure the only difference between a stone axe and an iron axe is just swing speed.
Also, while I'm here, I might as well make myself a, I guess I'll be making a Paxel. I would prefer to have one that is just digging and shoveling, but I don't get that option. Where the heck did I leave that? I sorted most of this, but I cannot seem to find where I put my... That I can at least move elsewhere. Oh, but quick, let's go through all this in here. I made a binding, but I didn't put it on here, so... Trying to figure out where the heck I left it.
What does the binding look like?
It's a tiny little white thing that says part.
Yeah, I think I've seen that around. You sure you didn't put it in your backpack by mistake?
I've checked my backpack several times. It's not in there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I didn't show up.
There it is.
Not that.
Then I remembered. Ah, right, I threw it in there. Well, it gives a tiny bit more attack speed. Kind of sad when most of my tools can do almost as much damage as my spear. But the spear is much faster.
Yeah, it's not just damage, it's damage per second.
Well, plus you also get to poke things. Who doesn't want to poke things?
True.
Personally, I like the satisfaction of being able to chop things down to one hit. That's why I prefer Axis.
I mean, that'd be nice, but I'm not to that point.
I'm only hearing about a poke denier.
I want applied energistics already. I have no idea what this bort is used for. Let's look that up. I can make a block of bort. I can make an iron potato.
An iron potato?
I don't know why I would want to, but...
It just sounds like a rock. I can make a rock. Eat it.
Yes, but this is my rock and it is precious. Me.
I guess it's used to make settings for jewelry? I don't know.
Well, you have it. So, you have it.
Hello, Brian.
Well, from what I'm able to find, barrier does not exist, and neither does turquoise. I'm very puzzled.
Well, okay then.
I forget. Is there a copper upgrade to chests and barrels? Or is it just to iron? Because notice you have a lot of copper. And if you need more slots in your storage, that might be a good way to use some of that copper.
I don't plan to go that route. Like I said, Applied Energistics is my next stop.
Applied Energistics are bust?
Yep. Oh, right. Before I go heading down there, should probably get armor. question is, what do I make the armor out of? Um... Where could I put that hammer? Or I suppose left the hammer.
You mean Warhammer?
No, it's a different hammer for crushing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's an Warhammer.
Oh, I thought you said your hammer, and I was like... No?
No, no. Warhammer.
There. We will make our boots out of osmium. I don't know if it's good for this. But... I wanted to use the osmium that was in here. Wait, what do you mean parts? What else do I need? I guess probably a lining?
What about for lining? Probably stuff like wool, leather, that kind of stuff, right?
Most likely. Okay, can't use that. Or that. That works. Okay, so I can do leather. It'll give it flexible 4. Or white wool, flexible 2, and knockback resistance. Probably that. Might as well make 4 of these, because I'm sure I'm going to need 4 of them. And if not, I'll be upset.
Wait, did you make cover armor that oxidized over time?
No, I found this stuff over time. Adventuring around and all that.
Me.
Duke.
Chicken wings been put in.
So what kind of relics do you have then?
think I've been paying attention to any of that? You vastly overestimate my capabilities. I need more steel. We'll do this and this.
I like how you technically don't need the lining to make armor, you can just put the part in an empty square, but I assume you want the benefits.
I did not know that that was the case, so... But I made these already. So it's kind of like, well, might as well use them. Still not enough?
It's 5 ingots per helmet, I assume.
I have no idea how much I put in the first place.
4. This will be the 5th. Well,
I think we both miscalculated.
apparently.
Alright, one more.
Could always be that the ratio to conversion isn't 1-to-1 to ingot to steel.
No, it is,
That seems to be.
There we
There you
go. There. Fully armored. Now, let's go find this trial place. After I drop off stuff. Because no point taking all of this down into the depths with me.
You emptying out your backpack too to ensure you got space for any potential loot you find?
I don't really want to deal with this, but yes. Alright, throw these in here. Alright, good night, Brian. I'll hold on to all that. Why not? those don't fit. That can go in there, though. And the rest just goes in miscellaneous locations wherever I find a spot.
Miscellaneous.
Okay. Now let's get going.
Okay, I need to remember to use a little teeny tiny less cayenne next time.
Weak.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea what this Furry... I have no idea what 90% of this is used for. All I know is I keep collecting it.
I think that creator you can crush crusher wheels to get something. I think I don't recall fully. I think either you crush it and wash it, or some nonsense like that.
All I know is I collect them in case I need them. I also gotta say, the create mod is something that I would love to really make something with, but it is so complicated to even get started with it.
But yeah, it can help that you can make passive iron gen, but it doesn't really help with all the aspects of it. There's way for automating stuff though, like tree farms and farming and such.
It's great for a huge amount of things. I mean, basically, if you can imagine it, you can probably do it with Create. It is an insanely awesome mod. I dare say that it might be one of the best mods ever made.
I do like it too.
It's just also like, oh god, where do I even start with this idea?
That is a feeling I am definitely familiar with.
It's just so much.
So most of the time the issue is, oh, the gears are tilting the wrong way, it's not working properly.
Yeah. But it's also, it is a very weird mod in that it both has automation, but also kinda doesn't. What I mean by that, also, hey there, Savsag. I might take you up on that at some point. But what I mean by that is it doesn't interact so well with other mods and what they've got Whereas most other mods, you know, they all work together on giving a unified experience. Granted, it's been a while since I last used Create, so they probably have changed things.
I haven't had too many issues with it working with our mods. It's just generally, it's best to try moving stuff into storage that other mods can pull from. It could depend, I suppose. Marten Terrace.
You what?
I haven't faffed around too much of getting it to work with other mods, but I've not had too many issues with it.
Just to verify, trials are not usually underwater, right?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Certain.
Well, it was just like, how do you normally find them with, vanilla? But that was my thought process. Oh, hi there.
Oh, fun at Death Pit. Watch your step.
Yeah, I'm gonna just cover that up. I'll put that there so it's more obvious for if I want to go in there at some point.
Just thought of something if it helps. I think if you open the map, you could put a marker on where the place is, and you can probably use that to figure out the Y level. I've done that before with finding underground structures. It helps a lot.
Probably a good idea. Great waypoint. Trial?
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, hello,
How are you?
Seda.
I'm not doing too bad. How are the beans?
All right. I had a bad headache earlier, but feeling better now.
Hackies. Oh, actually, give me one more. I forgot something.
Well, I wasn't planning to go down here, but, well, I need to go down for this anyways. Hey there, Riley. This is gonna take so long to mine, too.
There we go. So how are the lovely beans this evening?
Dealing with silverfish.
I feel like that requires a much longer explanation.
Oh no, I'm playing Minecraft.
You're saying that to someone who's never played Minecraft.
Oh, so silverfish hide in blocks and will pop out when you break the block?
Or when you hit
Gotcha.
silverfish. They can also infest additional blocks.
Yes, and can spread and just go completely out of control very quickly.
Pretty sure some people have found a way to use that to reveal ores for mining, because they can't infest ores. But I don't know if the silverfish torture method of mining ever caught on.
I don't think it has. And I would not want to test it. Why?
Why what?
Why not?
Why are there so many silverfish here?
Maybe it just spawned in the trial chamber? At least they can't, at least I don't think they can spawn in granite.
Well, from what last I saw, they could only spawn in the dungeon. But again, I haven't kept up, so. Also, come on, guys, TF me. I've been in a snap for like an hour. Ooh, diamond. Ah, to squirrel.
This wasn't planned.
I just hit buttons.
I hit buttons too. They were shiny. Look, do you expect these little rock paws to have any kind of fine dexterity for the button mashing?
No, not at all.
We were just telling Hex that.
Yeah, I was just teasing Hex about that.
Yeah, I need music that's more awake.
Does that help?
Oompa loompa doompa dice. We'll keep you up until the sunrise. Wait, what?
Please no, not again. Not again.
Always say that. Always.
What, not again?
Oh, I kind of have a reputation for being the destroyer of sleep schedules.
Joke's on you, I already destroyed it myself.
Hecked mine up.
I say myself, I think it was more just the weather. Mostly.
Oh, weather. It's been so bad.
Yeah. At least it's in the lull of England at the moment, but yeah.
I did not mean to do that, but that works.
It's an effective way to reveal stuff.
It is.
But it's also probably not great for the tool.
Nope. And I have no idea how to repair this thing. For all I know, as soon as it breaks, it disappears, and all that hard work goes with it.
Maybe just
I doubt that's the case, but what was that?
Maybe just combine steel ingots with it.
I have no idea. Ah, tough bricks.
Oh, guess you found it. Guess make a small hole, so in case anything large is on the other side, it can't run through after you. Just Kool-Aid Man through the wall, that works too.
Minecraft Trials Edition. Oh, lovely. Oh.
Welcome to the trial chamber. Don't die.
What am I supposed to do in here?
Explore, mostly. and not die.
Well, instructions unclear. I'm dead.
Oh, can I get your stuff?
Copper is so plentiful.
Yeah, Shimmer doesn't do much more than just be a cool block and make some fairly ineffective things, as far as my memory serves.
A vault? What did that do?
Want the buff run down the place, or do you want to figure it out on your own?
For now, I'll figure it out on my own. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this vault?
It's the vault, you need a key.
What? Really? Oh! Oh, shh! Yes! Kill each other! Also, I really need to get out of here for a moment so I can move my stuff into...
Congrats, you complete the trial. Now you get loot.
Ah.
Yeah. That's kind of it. You just you do trials, you get loot, sometimes keys, and then you can open a vault with keys. As far as I'm aware, I haven't actually had the good fortune to run across one of these yet. But that's what I recall.
Fair
also,
enough.
if you have an axe, you can scrape the lamps and actually get them functional again. If that's what you want to do.
I can do what?
You know how you can use an axe on the oxidized copper to turn it from oxidized to fresh?
I did not know that, no.
Oh, well, do the same with the copper lamps you see around the room to make them brighter.
Ah.
It'd work better with the oxidized ones, not the ones that are already functional.
Yeah, I realize this. Oh, this is interesting. There are so many of them. Oh, hi. Oh, heck! Ow! Where are you? Stop! Huh. One moment. Sorry about that. Was talking with Rex real quick. He brought me food.
Food is good.
I suppose I should also mention that scraping them with an axe will also take up the waxing, which was preventing them from oxidizing.
But they were already oxidized.
Oh yeah, but they're oxidized and waxed. Don't worry about it though. The oxidization occurs over several Minecraft days. It's going to take ages to actually fully oxidize again. So, yeah.
Oh, I guess I overcame that trial.
Yeah, that's been the blizzes. Blitzes? I forget the name. Fun fact about those guys. Yeah, fun fact about those guys. Their shots will open doors and trapdoors from the blast. That's why there's a bunch of trapdoors all over the area to let you fall into pits.
Ah. I want to open you. Blah. I don't like that.
Oh, it is a ladder. With beds?
No, the water.
No.
And yes, for some reason there are beds down here. I am concerned.
This is a strange aquarium.
How else are you supposed to get those sounds of water and the lapping of fishes and the nibbling of your flesh?
What was that last one?
The sounds of water?
You know what? I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
No, this is a good way to get some. This is a good way to get some slime balls. The trophy.
Where'd it go? Oh, I guess I can see what's in these by right-clicking.
And you can get the stuff out of them by smashing them with a hard tool.
With the what?
You can smash the pot to get the ingot and stuff inside them.
What kind of tool?
Any tool, really, I think. Just give it a good solid whack.
Oh,
Especially hard ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that also gives me bricks. Yes, please.
It also gives you pottery shards if there's a symbol on one of the sides. And then you can use those to make your own pots if you, for some reason, want to do that.
Wait, where's my reward? Cheap game. Rawr.
You know, thinking about it, going for this place, you may be able to get some parts to make a mace. For the... what was that? What was the smelting mod again? Oh, hey! You got a trial key. Nice.
Of course, you know, the one time that I get a trial key, I don't have any nearby. Oh, apparently I can just pick up the pot.
Yeah, but smashing is more fun.
Oh god. Damn it! Well, that sucked. Ha ha ha, don't care, CJ. I want the proper treasure!
How's the armor holding up? Because I'm assuming if tools get worse as they lose durability, I assume the same is going to be the case of armor.
Great question. I'll have to look after this. Because I kind of forgot your question the moment that I, got my stuff back to go kill these things.
Like, what were we talking about? Ooh, shiny.
I hope that's not with fine obsidian.
Ooh! Another key. Okay then, none of that's not what I want. Oh crap.
Oh, it's just slimes.
Oh, yeah. Even easier this time with them being, you know, not having places to fall down.
So I think it's just entirely beneficial to get a bunch of slime balls for this. Normally slimes can be such a pain to find.
Exactly. Ugh.
So, I got keys in this vault, so see what happens, I guess.
Release your treasure.
I think someone else diamonds.
Oh, enchanted crossbow, diamonds, wind charge. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you can walk a jump with those.
Well, it just says I can replenish my breath underwater with it.
Yeah, you know the blitzes? Blizzes?
Breezes.
That's the yeah, that's that projectile.
Hmm. Neat.
Man. 20 more minutes for chicken wing.
Chicken? Did I hear chicken?
Yeah, chicken wing. I'm gonna put buffalo sauce on it.
Nice.
I suppose this is a good place to test armor and weapons, considering the trials, you know, the spawn.
You make a very good point there.
Oh, to be obscenely rich and creating a temple that people can go into that's trapped but filled with treasure. It'd probably get clogged on the first day.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's why you hire skeleton and slime minions.
Kidnap, got it.
Crisovos! I'm doing well. How are you?
Whew.
Okay, this feels like a trap.
Well, nothing exploded yet, so just grab it. You already opened the chest.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was a trap chest, you'd be able to see a little bit of red under the latch.
Ooh.
I think I'd have bust into that one through the grate. I don't think it's a ladder or anything.
Oh yeah, my artist responded back to me.
Hurrah!
Yeah. Might be able to get more refuge stuff coming down the way.
Oh, right. Yeah, not all vaults are equal. Some require higher grade keys.
Ugh!
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure they come from the same trials. You just need to have them in hard mode.
I am
which
in hard
requires-
mode.
No, I mean, there's a
Harder mode.
item.
Harder. Harder.
There's an item you need to give yourself an effect to make the trials harder to get better loot, and that might give you a better key, if I recall correctly. What I've seen on these places.
Raijin!
Yes, is on.
I love you. Ooh.
I love you too. Mwah.
Ah.
Didn't all these pots have blocks of ores in them? That's surprising.
Also, can we pause for a moment and mention how Seda was asking for it harder?
How is that asking for what?
I was trying not to say anything. It was so hard. You have no idea.
I mean, I can imagine it was very hard.
Did I miss something that happened in my voice chat?
Don't worry about it.
Do I need to be concerned?
I mean, I think you only just get slightly demonetized. It's fine.
The fuck were you asking for?
I was asking for it harder.
Oh, okay.
What to be harder?
Well, that seems fair. Carry on.
The game mode, clearly.
Oh.
You know, I made a joking response to Zib saying, it is already on hard mode. I'm like, no, it needs to be harder. Harder!
Oh, that...
And I nearly got away with it too if it wasn't for Raijin's adorable ears.
Pa 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 pa.
I'm going to be punished for this later with high certainty.
Probably. But then again, is it really a punishment if you're getting free art out of it?
I mean...
Depends on the art?
Yeah, it depends on the art.
Depends on the art.
I am getting punished with some unfortunate cake.
Is it cherry cake?
No, it's deer cake.
Cherry sponge?
Alright. Got it. I know what must be done. Raijin, you
Raijin?
must draw his persona pregnant. That's the new meme, right? See, I'm
like
hip
that's
and
like
cool.
I feel like that's the meme from like 2 years ago, Grandpa.
Oh.
Does it have to be? I mean, yeah, that's such a
Oh, God!
meme.
They are definitely still in here.
I didn't expect mimics to spawn down here. Fortunately, Sophia is pretty good at them. Oh,
No one
Bitterman's
expects the
good.
Spanish Inquisition.
And it this one. Did that guy just do a 360 no scope on you, or I guess a 720?
It's something along those lines, yes. I really...
I feel like I missed something. Do I dare ask what UNC is?
Oh... Yeah, he calls me, Unk now.
Well, because I just only went that because it had the word paw in it, so I could make a paw pun. Which reminds me, I need to plug in that new emote and test it.
Just gonna be a quick moment.
Did you and Avi ever use those, the plush emotes?
I can't speak for Abby, but...
But...
I did.
Cool.
Look, I had to tab out of my game. I can only type so fast with these little buzz.
I have known far too many dogs to believe that you cannot tippy tap fast.
I mean, now you've got a flustered sticker and you won't even use that, Sita. Jeez.
Look, I still need to make a Telegram sticker pack. I do very much appreciate that. I do want to use it, but I am also...
You could have put it on Discord.
I'll have to see how many emote slots I have. But that is a very good point. I am silly. Please forgive my transgressions.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Alright.
So, stray gonna stray?
Ryan.
Time check.
Ah, yes, it is time to end.
I know you're having fun, but I just want to make sure you know what time it is.
Yeah, gotta get... Unfortunately, it is my end time. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us on the stream today. That was Minecraft. check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards through Stream Loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or subscribing to us on Stream Loots as well as YouTube. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Hydrate.
Or dihydrate.